Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back for some more EVE Online. Welcome back also to SiSi, the test server for EVE Online, where SiSi is holding a mass test. And we are just about to jump as our first action for the mass test. A mass jump, about 100 players are taking part in this mass test. Lots of titans as you could see, and our first jump is pretty good. Oh, should definitely press Control F to take a look at the performance, but the major testing area for this master is actually audio, where SiSi is trying to fix, when there's a lot happening, audio sometimes does tend to become a bit of a problem, and yeah, they're trying to lower the amount of stuff that will still be shown through the audio engine. Personally, of course, not at all familiar with how any of the tech works, but that's what was noted. Pretty typical steps: a jump, we go to a structure in about a moment, we'll shoot that, and after that we got a PvP fight in Poitot usually. So let's see if I can already spot where we need to go. Align to any celestial, but do not warp yet. Oh, that's actually a little bit different. Alright, I'll take planet 1 and I'll do an align 2. And then let's see here. We've got a Fortizar, a Keepstar, a Sotio, a Tatara. I think it's usually the Tatara. It's also from CCP. So that is in all likelihood our targets. And yeah, look at those animations on that Titan skin. That does look pretty cool. Huge ships, lots of Titans around everywhere I look. One just decloaking, some dreads as well. PvP fight will probably be pretty sure, and we've got 86 that have made it through. I think it was like 109 when we were jumping in. Warp to any planet or other celestial. Listen especially to engines and ship sounds. Alright, so I'll zoom in then. I'll take my planet 1. I'll do a warp within 70.
Warp drive active.
And there's the warp drive active. Now it's not going to be too loud on the video, but I do have a second recording potentially that's buffering, so if there's any real problems I could take a short video of that. Oh, that does sound good. There's the whine as you spool up into warp. Very cool. At landing, orbit, any other ship, again listening to sounds. Alright, well, a couple of extra steps being added here. Music starting in the background as well. I'll leave it in. I usually do have the music running when I play on TQ as well. And yeah, my favorite rattlesnake in the cool skin, Garista skin. Now the landing. Okay, nothing too major. Let's see if we can just approach then. I'm definitely not hearing anything that would be a problem. We're gonna take a quick look. So here is SiSi rampant in a worm. Yeah, I can hear, and so this was also mentioned before the test actually started, that they're aware that there are some afterburner and micro warp drive problems, that audio gets stuck basically. And so here I think I can hear, felt like something was boosting, but as we zoom out it seems fine. We'll go take a look at this worm. Get a little bit of engines as it comes on the screen. It's faint, but it's pretty good, I would say. And then when we're not, and then it passes by. Alright, to me this all sounds pretty good and normal. Let's go take a look at the Cerberus here. So that's a shield boost. Couldn't hear much for the engines, so let's get in close. There it is, slightly different from the frigate. Or if we center it, you do hear it a little bit. And then I boost out. Now he's, I think, fast enough that he should be boosted as well. So we'll go back to my ship. And it's all gone. So for me it's working. Let's get underneath and okay, so and here I don't have any prop modules or anything like that. So we don't really have any sound coming engine-wise from my ship at this point. Alright, well, we're slowly chasing the Cerberus then, and then we'll see what our next steps are. But for me, this is all working, and it's doing pretty well. Let's go to the Emperor. Yeah, can definitely hear the engines. Look at the gun spool down there. Yeah, graphics still really good, of course, in EVE Online. Very cool. And then maybe we can take a look at the Vanquisher back there. Now, please warp to the Tatara. So we'll do a warp within 20.
Warp drive active.
It'll probably take a little bit of time for the Vanquisher to get into warp, but alright. And then let's see what happens when everyone lands on a single grid. So far 60 FPS, of course, not a problem, shouldn't be a problem. But here we go. Do take a bit of a dip as we enter the grid down to the 30s. But we're doing alright. And I can actually hear a big boosting sound from behind me, it sounded like. Let's see if I can... Oh, it could be the Tatara itself. Those usually have like sounds as well. Yeah, there you go. Now I can clearly hear the Tatara. There you can even hear industry sounds. So then let's go back to maybe like a Venture or something like that. Now there's lots of ships around, so I am definitely hearing a lot more. Lock the Tatara and start firing at it, so we'll add that into the mix. Oh, very cool. Oh, what the hell? Why didn't that work? Let's go again. Your attempt to lock the Tatara failed. Oh, it's probably not in the right setting yet. Target lock broken. ECM bursts. QA ECM bursts. Alright, we're gonna keep trying. Might be again listening to sounds. Yeah, there you go. So we try, and then you can hear that SiSi is keeping us from locking the Tatara. So that's what's happening there. I do like this step. Maybe they should keep doing that in the masters. Spread us out across the different Celestials, so that it feels like the Tatara is basically surrounded now. That's really cool. Let's maybe go back to my ship. Let's orbit this one at current. And now when I zoom out, okay, so this is the music is coming back, and I don't have any problems with any audio lingering. So this is fine, and now we can lock and fire. So this is zoomed out. Feels good. I'm gonna zoom in. We're right above, and now you can hear all of the Titans that are, of course, huge ships that have lots of things going on them. There's a Dreadnought. You can hear the missiles. I can hear like engines spooling down, I think. So this is going really well. Yep, there's the missiles.
A module has run out of charges.
Let's see here. Another rattlesnake. That's inside the ship, and then ooh, look at that! I can hear this sound very well. I'm actually gonna grab it and get closer. So that's nice. And then I thought there were also some Triglavian ships. So zooming out again, this feels really good. So sounds really good to me. And can I select one of these guys? Get in on the Leshaks. There's the Triglavian weapon system booming. That's an interesting effect. Ooh, Doomsday firing as well. And then if I look at that, that's way better than we were all clumped up on a single warping, honestly. And that Doomsday probably got some stuff. Let's try to lock again. Target is now invulnerable. SiSi is taking out the armor, and then we can go after the structure next. Unfortunately, someone will have lost a ship back there. So now we can fire again. Let's increase the signature radius using our TP. And there it goes. Look at the CCP logo on top of that. And alright, when I zoom out, I'm gonna give it a moment. I don't have any lingering sounds or anything like that. Yeah, there's a little bit of hesitation graphically. But, I mean, 50 FPS, I can move around. I feel like it's okay. And we're at 113 in local as well. So that's not bad. And from my perspective, honestly, this does feel like it's an improvement for the audio, especially that there's no really annoying sounds. Sometimes it's like boosting sounds. I think engines as well, indeed, afterburners, stuff like that just stick around no matter where you go with the camera. And now a couple of cracks as we really zoomed out.
Our module has run out of charges.
But seems to be doing okay in my book. Right, we're gonna look maybe at some fighters and the audio cues from them. There's the weapon systems, I think. Something else exploding. That's a Titan down. And another one landing on the grid. Okay. Fireworks going now. And then no one ever said I can't Titan weapon in the first place. Well, it's an AoE weapon, so that's not what you should do. Look at that skin. Very cool. And now we get all weapon systems firing. So we definitely have quite a bit of audio stuff happening. Let's let them go. It transitions well, I would personally say. So I'm kind of hoping that, I mean, they definitely, SSB Habakkuk definitely said that there were still bugs with the afterburners and the micro hub drives. But so far it looks, at least from my perspective, like that's when it's on your own ship, which is still super annoying, of course. But hopefully they can knock that out. So structure, oh, I should definitely add in a little bit of missile fire. Then you can hear the missiles being fired as well. There they go. And look at how it changes. You might even be able to listen to that depending on your angle. So now I'm below the launchers, I think. Oh, we still hear them quite well. Does feel to me. Now zooming out, they're gone. Excellent, very good. Keep firing. The Mastis Tatara must be taken down. You don't really accidentally use a Titan super weapon normally, so I'm gonna say get rid of him. That's a good call. You can reship and follow the rules. Lots of Titans here. Look at that Phoenix, very cool as well. And then that's the laser sound. Haven't had that yet, so let's go in and focus on the phantasm. Very nice. And look as well at the lighting effects on the hull. Damn, that does look good. Another golem that's just missiles. So let's see if there's anything else that I would say. Maybe a Dominic's. Let's see if we can see what this guy's doing. Oh, he's just sitting at 70. Definitely getting some background rumbles. So let's zoom out a little bit more. They're dying down. That's all dying down as well. And then the Tatara still has just a sliver. 1% structure left. There she goes. Weapon sounds. And now explosions. Maybe I'm too far. Let's just take the camera then. Zoom in a bit more. The core explodes, there's a shockwave. My PC starts to work a lot harder all of a sudden. Ooh, we're caught in the shockwave. Let's also stop our engines as there's nothing to orbit anymore. So that's a more close-up look at the explosion. Scoop drones and align the Poitot gates. Stargates, Poitot, align. Let's do that. And now all things have quieted down on the battlefield. And I get the music, and that's about it. So, good. It seems to be working. Here I do get an engine sound. That's probably this, or maybe it's like the boosting sound from these Titans. And then it's gone. Okay, alright. Well, it's not 100% perfect, of course, but it's definitely good. We get to jump to Poitot and set up the gate camp. Alright. Let's do right-click jump.
Drive active.
Engine sounds again. There we go, we're in warp. It's a little quieter than last time. Oh, there's the spool up to full speed. I think you can see that here as well. Ooh, other people are in the warp as well. Very cool. I love that little whine that there is in the background as well. And then... oh, we're actually... and then we get all of the engines cutting. As everything lands, you can hear all of these engines decelerate as we all come together. And I must have been put into a fleet warp. Listen to all of that. So those are engines that are basically bigger than my ship. They do sound like it. And then we all land. We'll get a little bit of a hiccup, I think. Or was that it? That's not bad. And we do have the numerical advantage, but we maybe don't have that many Titans. I don't know. Let's go. I think it's a jump. Yep, there we go. I wouldn't call it an echoing fart now noise, but it is. It's louder, especially in a larger group, which I kind of like. All right, let's do an orbit here as well. keep focused on the audio so I can hear this part of the UI as well. Hovering and selecting little clicks. Ooh, can I listen to you? Okay. Couldn't hear anything, but alright. Better to hear less than what you expect than more than what you expect. And CCP Old Boy is actually in the pot here. And then Cold Fear is in his caracal. Will he get out? Oh, he's just sitting there. So... oh, he's moving. Probably heading back for the gate if I'm seeing this. As... alright, there we go. Fireworks audio coming through now. Sino is there. Alright. A low humming, I think. And then that's the boost that we're hearing as well. Gonna zoom out a little bit, see when we lose it. There it's less. And here it's gone. Alright. I think that's what it's supposed to be all about. So, as far as I can tell, it's working pretty well. Fleet X should be on the gates. More fireworks going off. And then zoomed out. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. We won't have the firepower in total, I think. Lots of Titans will be doomsdaying everything. But that's alright. Yeah, depending on what's close to your camera, the audio does change noticeably. And Fleet X is coming in. I'm actually mostly interested in more sound stuff. So let's see, Raven Navy issue. We can try to see what it's like to be attacking him. And then I'll take a look. So I can press F, 1 and 2. There we go. So that's the missile launch that we all know and love. And then here we go. Alright, took like a little bit of time, but now you can hear his missile launch. And then the hits on his shields. And with all the E-war effects and things like that coming in as well. And a little bit less as you zoom out. And then I'll zoom out a little bit more. Whoa, I'm getting beat up quite badly by a couple of Vargers. That should be an interesting sound as well. Let's see here. Yeah, oh, I mean, I won't be long for the fields, but transitioning and then listening to their gun sounds worked really well. And then here, you can hear I'm just getting obliterated by all of that command chip firepower. Really good. And then we're taken down. So while we have the numerical advantage, they definitely have a lot of firepower here. So let's slow boat towards the gates. And then we'll zoom out a little bit more. Here's the battle with fireworks. Titans obviously dominating everything. Let's see if we can zoom in on something that could be a little Nergal. What's this one doing? Getting beat up quite a bit. Not firing at anything, so you don't have that audio cue. lasers from a ship back there. Alright. And you hear those impacts, so that's pretty good. Monitors away. We get a Noctis. Is it being attacked or is it... something is like catching it, I think. And I am hearing like a, I don't know, like a whizzing sound. It's pretty cool. And as things quiet down, music kicks back in a little bit. It's pretty nice. Let's see, keep listening to audio. I'll open up the channel a bit earlier, so I say thank you for joining already now, even though it's not really the end yet. Please keep fighting for several more minutes. So there's a transition on death. Alright, what's next? I'll try to stick around as much as possible and listen to stuff as much as possible. Yeah, the monitor's gone. Velator is coming after my pot. See what he's doing. He's using his little guns to take me down. Well, then we'll still be here for a little bit. It gets bumped. There's just too much happening. Oh, there's the guns. We caught up. Anything else that's like small and still doing stuff? Roaches are still on the field. There's a rifter. Zooming around. Getting hit by something. Probably drones. Now added some other stuff as well. There we go. Probably paladin lasers. And you can hear the shots. His weapons not doing anything. As we are slowly being sent back home. Armor buckling. Ah, this is definitely pretty cool. Look at that, poor Rifter. Taking the beating, going down. I'm going down as well. I think my weapons timer is over. And there should be another mass test for the audio improvements coming in the next month or so. Not sure what Oller has against me, but desperately seems to want to send me home. And then on the gate, there's like huge amounts of audio. I'm gonna zoom out then quickly. Very good. I like this. Usually you'd have at least like some booster sound or something like that that would stick around, but this feels quite nice. Something armor boosted me. Interesting. Can I maybe move? Let's do an orbit at 1,000. See if it's like set to follow me or something. So I can take a little bit less damage. 4 damage. Misses me. 4 damage again. Make it a little bit harder for me to be sent home. Yeah, think it was working really well for me. And there we go, the final transition, guys, as we are sent home. But yeah, that was the mass tests around audio. From my perspective, it all worked quite well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.